Here's your crazy Ellen Baker chick. I got all 3 bread machines with ingredients in them for my master butter dough that I make cinnamon rolls with. And since I do have 3 bread machines and can make 3 recipes at once, it is so amazing and so efficient. And I know you think, oh my God, I barely have room for one. And I understand not everybody has a big enough kitchen, but if you can do it and you can find extra bread machines, like at Goodwill or just buy them over time to get what you really want. I don't know. But what I do is I can't switch the camera, I guess, but I start bread machine number 1. And of course I set my timer for 28 minutes, which is 23 minutes of rest is what I get in my kitchen. It's the dough course. So 23 minutes of rest and then 5 minutes of kneading when I check my dough consistency to make sure it's not too wet, too dry. But I also have another timer set for 15 more minutes, and that's when I will start bread machine number 2. And then when I start that machine, I'll set another timer for 15 minutes and set bread machine number 3. And so that way I have that 15 minutes to roll out the dough, spread the butter, sugar, cinnamon, and get it in for rising before the next recipe comes out. And it's just a very efficient way to do it. If you are baking you want to bake ahead for Christmas, pretty much everything freezes beautifully. If you want to freeze your cinnamon rolls, bake them completely. You could par bake them, but I don't. Bake them completely. Make sure they get to about 190 to 200 degrees internal temp with your instant read thermometer. Wrap them very, very well in heavy duty foil. And even if you have a 2-gallon Ziploc, even inside that for added protection, don't glaze them. Put it in the freezer. And then if you want them for Christmas morning or any kind of a holiday or New Year's Eve, whatever, take them out a few hours, just defrost on the counter, and then keep them wrapped in foil, warm them up in a 350 oven until they're warm, and then glaze them or frost them, whatever you like. That's how you do it. Enjoy. And I'm adding on, because I thought of something else. If you are looking for ideas for special holiday baking, you have to try the panettone. Oh my God. It is absolutely heavenly. Now, if you've watched the panettone video before or made it, you know what to do. And it's not hard, promise. But you do need to order the molds. They're just paper molds that go in the oven. I don't know, they have some kind of coating or something. They don't catch on fire. I was so nervous about it at first. But watch my panettone video. Order the molds ahead of time. Make sure you have to have that SAF gold label for sweet doughs. It really makes a big difference. The panettone is it's versatile because it's absolutely gorgeously delicious with a cup of coffee or tea in the morning for less than healthy breakfast, but yeah, if it's holidays, whatever. It's good for breakfast. It's good for dessert. It's kind of like cakey, bready, cakey. It's more cakey than bread, but it's almost like brioche or challah, but sweeter. And of course, it's studded with the dried fruits. Panettone is, it's like when I make it, I cannot keep my hands off of it. By the way, for some reason, when I hold the camera horizontal, I don't know, you're looking at my microwave. That's not very exciting. But when I hold the camera horizontal, I don't know where to look to make it look like I'm looking at you. So I'm so sorry if my eyes look weird, because they look weird to me. Again, you could make the panettone now, wrap it tightly in the freezer, freeze it. It's only, a couple weeks till Christmas if you celebrate that, or if you're just doing New Year's, or if you just want to eat it. It's absolutely delicious, but you can freeze it. You can freeze the cinnamon rolls. Whatever I bake that I'm going to put in the freezer, if I want to serve it warm, all I do is wrap it tightly in foil, sometimes also in a plastic bag if it'll fit. I just defrost it on my counter until it's defrosted and put it in a 350-degree oven, wrapped in foil, because you don't want it to brown anymore, until it is warm, maybe 15 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I don't know, it depends on how warm you want it. So you don't have to freeze dough or make dough one day and do the baking. It's really not as good to do it that way. Some people will beg to differ from that, but I think it's way better to just bake it, do the whole thing, bake it, wrap it, freeze it, and then defrost it and warm it and serve it. Yes, you can freeze dough. Yes, you can refrigerate dough. I have just not liked what it tastes like the next day when I've tried refrigerating it. Like I would form the cinnamon rolls in the pan the night before, and then I'd have to take them out, and it took forever for them to come to room temperature, like 2 or 3 hours, and they were still cold, even in my warmish kitchen. And then I'd have to let them rise a little more and then bake. It didn't save any time. So you do what you're going to do, but that's what I do. Love you guys.